For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu n'Oraifite. I'm an ancient high priest. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi tubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi, rụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụ onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist, I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke eziokwu, isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa bụ Wake Up Africa. Na-achọ ịkọwara ndị Africa unu teta n'ụla na chi efewo. Wake Up Africa, I'm calling upon African descendants to wake up so that we will be able to reclaim our loss, so that we will be able to stand in our inheritance as chosen people of God. A lot has happened in the past. Our competitors, the Oyibo people, they are so jealous about African gifts. Africa is the chosen people of God. Africa is blessed with so many things, endowments, mineral resources, and rest of them. Call them manpower. We have it. The intellectual capacity, we have it. But do you know what these people did? They blindfolded us. They brought lies against us to make us feel inferior. Do you know, I will tell you one of the lies they told us when we are in school. They told us that what is the name? Mungo Park discovered River Niger, but it's already died. River Niger has been in existence, and our forefathers has been doing their fishing and farming related activities in River Niger long even before Mungo Park was born. But these people knows how to twist history. They twisted our histories. What has been in existence, they claim the originality. All this is what we look into it today. Bandage will fall for your eyes and you begin to see clearly. So begin to share this message, invite people to hear from the horse's mouth. Before we dive into today's lecture, important announcement. Don't forget that we are still in the month of January. Today is the last day of the month. Today we are going to round up these monthly rituals. Eze-Ana, our monthly ritual starts from 1st of every month and will end on the last day of the month. So you can join, even if you did not start from day one, you can still join any time in the month. But bear it in mind, it's the last day of the month. We share the concluding parts and messages and videos to people that participated, only their WhatsApp numbers only. Remember, we don't share our spiritual activities via social media. Only people that paid, that joined the rituals, will receive it, concluding messages on their WhatsApp numbers only. So if you are interested in joining our monthly ritual, what you must do is to chat me on WhatsApp, forward your 3 prayer requests, then make token donation to support the rituals. Then at the end of the month you will receive the concluding part. This morning I have gone to the temple to make declarations upon the lives of those that followed us. The friends of the temple, children of the temple, members of Ordinary Restoration Evangelical Mission, consecrated group. You can join anywhere you are all over the world. Distance is never a barrier. So if you are interested in joining these group rituals that have been in existence over 4 years now, we have massive testimonies. Chat me on WhatsApp. You see my WhatsApp number on your screen, 0805 78 37 672. I repeat, 0805 78 37 672. Believe in me, this message will not be long, but pay attention, you will be liberated. The topic of today is Wake Up Africa. I'm using this medium to call all African descendants to wake up from slumber. Yes, we have been slumbering for a long time. But our enemies, the enemies of Africa, our competitors, the Oyibos, they don't want us to stand as we should be. Lots of lies was told against Africa's spirituality. Lots of lies was told against African way of life. They called us all sorts of names. Believe in me, civilization started in Africa because we are the first children of God. If you have not read my message or watched my video, Africa, the first son of God, you are missing a lot. Africa is the cradle of civilization. Despite the fact they later destroyed African history, even the Egyptian history, they destroyed everything. But you know, even the Bible and biblical stories everything originated from Egypt. Because that time Egypt has been a civilized country. Africa has been a civilized country where via trade they used to visit Africa for business trade. But they taught the history upside down. Turning history upside down has been their system and their tricks. Yes, believe in me, the first university was built in Africa. You can still go to Google and Google it. Yes, these people, even the Aristotles of this world, name them, schooled in Africa. They schooled in Africa, then got the knowledge. They took it back to their place in Athens, Greece. Today they are claiming originality. That has been their way of life. Some of these things, even mathematics started in Africa. They will take our text, what rightly belongs to us, go and change it and begin to claim originality. Africa is the strongest. We have it. If you have this, I know you must have heard about 6 electrodes and the rest of them. We have the highest strong immune to withstand every weather. Africa has the best mineral deposit. We have the best land. We have the best weather because we are the first children of God. We choose first. Africa was blessed, but because our competitors became so envy about our success and our achievement, because civilization started here. Remember when even the Igbo people, we housed them in Africa, even in the Bible recorded it, that they once lived in Africa for 430 years. During the time of Abraham, during the Joseph era and everything, we clothed them, we fed them. To the extent that when they are going to the land of wilderness, going back to their land led by Moses, at a stage, some of them begin to say, no, let's go back to Africa. After all, they are eating whatever they like in the land of Africa. We took care of them. But these people keep lying. They have lied a lot. They lied and destroyed our foundation, African foundation, the way we live our life. Because Africa is descendant that look up to the commandment of Chukwu Kepri Mihenine. Africa is a race that has standard, keep the laws, because 10 commandments has been in existence from time immemorial, and our cultures in Africa is tailored within that 10 commandments. Africa, well, also we have abominations, but the Anyari people, they don't have abominations. They live the way they are. They introduce so many things that are abomination in our land. They came back to our people, our place to recolonize us. But their primary intention is to enslave us perpetually. They twisted the way we live. We value our family orientations, but they twisted it. They told children that they can disobey their parents and get away from it. They misled our people in many ways. Even they distorted our history. They destroy so many facts to buttress the point that civilization actually started in Africa. Go and read Genesis chapter 1 to Genesis chapter 2. It told you about how man was created, gave the mandate to go and dominate the world. They refuses to mention the name of those African descendants that was first created. Instead, in Genesis chapter 3, when they mention the creation of the second humans, being the European people, they mention them as Adam and Eve. But they refuse to mention the first created humans in Genesis chapter 2. Because their son, Cain, when he killed Abel, he traveled to land, far distant land in Africa and got married. But because they are the one that is writing the accounts, Bible accounts, they refuse intentionally to mention African descendants because they don't want us to have history. Knowing fully well that our Africa will pass information from word of the mouth to the other. That's why people will tell you, my father told me. Instead, Africans, we do word of carving. We use carving to tell our stories. Why they use documentation. That is the difference. These people told a lot of lies about our way of religion, our way of life, our spirituality. They destroy it because they know that if you want to destroy a race, destroy the identity. They destroy our way of life, our spirituality, our marriage values, the way we worship God. Because every race will worship God in their own system. One of the things that is paining me, because some of you that will say, give us fact, give us evidence. These people lied. Even Mungo Park. You remember the story of Mungo Park? While you were in school, they told us that Mungo Park discovered the River Niger. But it's a lie. It's a big lie from the pit of hell. Our forefathers have been fishing in River Niger, even to the River Nile. Then thousands of years, Mungo Park was born in which year? They now claim originality that Mungo Park discovered River Niger. It's a lie. Our forefathers have been farming there in Nigeria here, but they know how to twist history. They twisted everything. I'm calling upon African descendants for us to come back as a unit, begin to claim who we are, reclaim who we are, begin to demand restitution, begin to demand appeasement, begin to demand atonement from this world Oyibo people and the foreigners, because they invaded Africa and committed a lot of atrocities against us. They should be paying us. That's why they don't want Africans to rule themselves. Here and there in Africa, they are more interested in who rule us, so that they will install their storage. They will install people that will protect their interests. Do you know even the kind of religion they brought to us is not the kind of religion they practice? Those Bible called Bible is a distorted works. They fabricated stories, is allegorical stories. They fabricated in order to deceive us. They told us to, if they slap you here, turn here, slap you here, turn here, behaving like mumu. But for them, slap them and see if they will not respond with multiple missiles. So our own Christianity, the one they brought to us, is different from the one they are practicing. A lot of African people are not happy because of so many inhuman treatments to Africans. A lot of people are agitating. So, but what I can advise you that we Africans, for us to be liberated from these shackles, what we need to do is to go back to the gods of our land. I understand that some race, even in Africa, because of inhuman treatment, are agitating for self-determination. But why most of them are failing is that you cannot want to save yourself from Oyibo man's bondage, and they are practicing Oyibo man religion. You can't, because that their religion has nothing in it. They fabricate that religion to enslave you. Even why go to their land, they are not practicing the same religion. So if we Africans are serious, let's go back to the gods of our land, the gods of our ancestors. Go to Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 16 and say, when you come to any road and you become confused where to follow, ask for the road that your ancestors follows. So any agitation, any liberation we have in mind, for us to succeed, we must begin to worship the gods of our land. It's only worshiping the gods of our land will make us to prosper. You know, are you not seeing the Chinese people? Are you not seeing the Indians? Are you not seeing the Japanese people? They worship the gods of their land, and that's why they are prospering. So I'm calling on our African descendants, let's go back to the gods of our land. Begin to worship the gods of our land, so that gods of our land will stand by us and help us to dominate and save us from all these inhuman treatment and save us from this bondage. But when they introduce Christianity to keep enslaving us, they introduce foreign religion, the same foreign religion they manipulated, they created, that has nothing, no power in it. They introduce it so that they will give it to you, by thereby dilute their spiritual powers in your land, the way of your ancestors. They destroy everything because they understand that if they allow us to practice our religion, they will not be able to dominate us. So they introduce fake way of worship in order to enslave, because higher slavery will slave a man, it will slave the man, take away what they make the man great. Let me give you an example. My native name given to me by my grandmother is Chukunonyalum. But I was born in a Christian family, and another name was given to me, enslavement name. I protested by first of all reject that baptismal name called Paul. And ever since I rejected that names, I have been moving from step to step, from good height to greater height. So begin from your own end. Reject that your slave master's name, because it starts from there. They will now say that they want to make their names greater than our native names. Their names has no meaning. Like me, I'm 6.2 feet tall, and I was given name Paul. What is Paul? Paul is small, little. It's not a name that befit me. So I'm calling upon, but answering your native name give you the right meaning. So protest this crime against African spirituality by rejecting that foreign name given to you. Is a way to start. Name plays a vital role in your life, describing who you are, because it's your name that speaks for you in the spiritual realm. I protested, I rejected my English name. You can do the same. Let's fight for our own liberation, and it shall be well with us. If we refuse to be in tone with our spiritual forces, we cannot achieve anything. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture, or you want us to do deep consultation for you, chat me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is on the screen: 0805 78 37 672. I repeat, 0805 78 37 672. Let us pray. Ekwem, ekwem, ekwem. Ekwem na Chineke. Ekwem na ọ dị ihe siri m ike ka Chineke na-apụghị izi m ụzọ m ga-esi lụwo ya, n'ihi na ọ mazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya, ya gazie. May the blessings of Chukwu oke pụrụ ime ihe be with you all. May you be liberated now and forevermore. Ya gazie, udo dịrị ọnụ.